The rain started the night Eleanor Vale disappeared, thin needles pricking the sleepy mountain town of Greystone Hollow. No one noticed at first, but by dawn her mansion was silent. Her tea sat untouched, and the lights in the west wing flickered like they were trying to signal someone, or something. Greystone Hollow was the kind of town where secrets settled like fog, quiet, heavy, always present. Tucked deep in a valley with one road in and one road out, it was the last place you'd expect a billionaire recluse like Eleanor Vale to call home. She hadn't been seen in public for 6 years, not since the incident with her husband, Henry Vale, who'd vanished on a hunting trip and was never found. The townsfolk whispered that she'd gone mad with grief. Others said she was hiding something. Detective Jonah Cross had heard all the rumors, but he didn't care for stories. He cared for facts, and facts were scarce the morning he was called to the Vale estate. The call came at 6:12 a.m. No sign of forced entry, the dispatcher said. Staff said she never came down for breakfast, houses locked from the inside. Cross drove the narrow road to the mansion, headlights slicing through thick fog. The estate loomed like a sleeping beast. Stone gargoyles, ivy-strangled walls, and a silence that seemed to stretch forever. Inside, the air was too still, the kind of still that pressed against your ears. Eleanor's room was pristine. A single red scarf lay draped across her bed, and her diary sat open on her nightstand. Cross read the final entry. He's returned. I see him in the mirrors. That's when the lights flickered. Cross, a skeptic by nature, chalked it up to faulty wiring. But the staff insisted the house hadn't had issues before. And when he asked about security cameras, the butler, a gaunt man named Winslow, shook his head. Mrs. Vale didn't believe in them, said some things weren't meant to be recorded. Eleanor was officially declared missing by nightfall. No footprints, no struggle, just gone. 3 days passed. The rain didn't let up. Cross returned to the mansion again and again, walking the halls, inspecting every crevice. Something about the west wing pulled at him. It had been sealed off for years. According to Winslow, Eleanor never went there. She said it belonged to Henry. Curiosity got the better of him. He pried open the rusted door. Inside was a trophy room. Animal heads lined the walls. Bears, wolves, even a mountain lion. A massive fireplace loomed in the center, and above it a portrait of Henry Vale stared down, eyes too lifelike for comfort. Cross stepped closer. Behind the fireplace grate, something glinted. He reached in and pulled out a small brass key. It fit a locked drawer in the study upstairs. Inside, he found a collection of letters, not written by Eleanor, but to her. "You think you buried the truth with me," one read, "but it's still breathing beneath the floor. Come find me." Signed, H.V. Cross's pulse quickened. Was Henry alive, blackmailing her? Or was this all a twisted game Eleanor played with herself? He dug deeper. Land records, blueprints, and there it was, a sub-basement that didn't appear on modern plans. With Winslow's reluctant help, he found the entrance behind a bookshelf. Stone stairs spiraled downward into the dark. The air smelled of mildew and old secrets. At the bottom, he found a chamber. Chains bolted to the walls, a torn hunting jacket, and a journal, half burned, but legible enough. Henry's journal. She locked me here, said it was for my own good, that I was dangerous. Maybe I was. But I hear her crying above me every night. She still loves me even now. I won't die here. The last entry was dated 6 years ago, but Cross saw the truth in the bones in the corner, shackled, decayed. Henry never escaped. Eleanor hadn't vanished. She'd gone mad. The guilt, the whispers, the shadows in the mirrors, she believed he haunted her. She wrote to him, talked to him, and finally, she followed him. A quiet descent into a basement no one knew existed. Cross found her in a side chamber, curled on a cot, eyes blank. Alive, but barely. She didn't speak, not a word, just stared at the wall where a mirror hung crookedly. In the reflection, Cross thought he saw a figure standing behind him. Just for a second. The case was closed. Officially, psychological breakdown, self-imprisonment, unresolved trauma. The town moved on, whispering of ghosts and guilt. But Cross couldn't. Because sometimes when he closed his eyes, he saw that flicker of movement in the mirror. A tall man in a hunter's coat, watching. And he wondered, was Eleanor really mad? Or did she see something the rest of them refused to believe? Greystone Hollow sleeps again. Rain washes the slate clean. But some secrets buried deep never really stay that way. They wait, beneath floorboards, behind portraits, or in the silence of mirrors, where the past watches back.